YouTube, what is going on? Give me a second. Oh Lord, hopefully the intro doesn't end before oh my goodness gracious. We gotta fix that. And switch. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome everybody to the night stream, I guess, the Rise of Kingdom stream. Yep. We got a lot to do, little time, lots to do. What's your intro music? It's called Invisible. Just look Invisible and on YouTube, Invisible NCS, and you'll find it. Yeah, things have been crazy. We did a 4-hour Among Us stream just now. It was a lot of fun. Lots of members coming in to chill, lots of viewers as well. But it's time to do some Rise of Kingdoms. We got some AP to burn, so let's go look. Where is K2 doing? Marauders. Let's hope and pray these peeps are active around here. Or is it just gonna teleport closer to them? I actually like this spot for something else we gotta do later, but for now, I think we're just gonna TP here and go from there. We're low on teleports on this account, which is the first time I could ever say that. It's a real struggle not to have them teleports, but hey, whatever. Let's see if Team C is not around. Well, we're screwed. But if Team C is here, can I launch a rally on this? I can't. I'm down to launch a few rallies from Team C area. Does it really matter what we send? I'm just gonna send a full T5 and someone else sends them with me and we good. Let's try to help out a little bit the K2 effort on pre-KVK. They've been doing it. I'm always not a big fan of it, honestly. I truly don't think that it's worth all the effort in reality. Let me put like a chat blocker thing. I mean, I'm not gonna be able to do too many of them. I'll be doing like 5-6 of them, and that's pretty much that. If nobody's nearby or online, that's gonna be sad. There's a bunch of Marauder forts around here, which tells me Team C is asleep. That kind of sucks. Well, hopefully maybe someone will TP nearby. I don't know. Everybody else is well all over the place. 170 kilometers away, 180 kilometers, 84 kilometers. These guys have been grinding Marauder forts. Let me just tell them. 1 second. I'd be down. Let's just make sure we tell them that. What I think about Khan Takeda. Khan Takeda is not the worst combination you could come up with. Khan is always nice and strong to do a boatload of damage. Takeda is more of a debuffing commander, buffing commander kind of thing. He's a support role more than anything else. He activates Attila quite a bit. I wouldn't say that he activates Takeda as much as he activates Khan as much as he activates Attila, but it's not a bad pairing. It's not a bad pairing at all. Ankit with the 400 rupees saying, showing with eyes, and hi Gecko, what's up Ankit? How you doing, man? How are things? Thank you very much for the very kind 400 rupees. Ankit, what's the stream today? And another 20 rupees on top of that. He just keeps piling them on. I owe you 1 key, Ankit. What's the day today? 31. It is Halloween night. Happy Halloween for those of you in America. I'm sorry that you guys are not gonna get to enjoy too much your Halloween with COVID around, but you type so fast. What's your typing speed? Last time I checked, I stand between 83 and 85 words on average. If I'm not paying attention, I can drop to 80. And if I do speed tests like crazy, then I can make it to the low 90s. I've had 2 or 3 times low 90s. Oh, there's Bart joining me. Perfect. Bart, hit something. It's just Marauders all over the place, Bart. Let's do this thing. I'm all for it. I mean, what's up, Dominic? Hey, Sign. Send. What's up, dude? Are you ready for tomorrow? Send. You ready for tomorrow? What's up? I know who you are, Dom. I know who you are. I haven't been doing... There we go. There's Bart. We're just going to be trading off a little bit in here. It doesn't really matter if I send a bunch of troops, right? Just send a little bit. Make space. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. It's only me and Bart in here. But, hey, that's going to be more than enough for us to get rid of this one and all the Marauder camps nearby. I haven't been doing them. The Team C has been dead in this area, unfortunately. We're going to talk about Osiris League bets throughout this stream. We're also going to tell you about a very important event coming up. I will be making a Gecko Quickie video after this stream, and it'll be up on the channel tonight still, about Protect the Supplies. Protect the Supplies is a must-do event. Protect the Supplies is a must-do event. If you end up getting all the way to the top and you get a max 100% all the way at 25, you are going to get yourself 20 legendary commander sculptures. Unfortunately, I am not going to be able on this account to do 25 to 100%. I'm just not going to be able to do it. I tried 11 times and failed. It's miserable. It's miserable. I'm going to give you guys a few tips and tricks on how to get this event done on that video. That's why we're not going to do it now, because I want to have those attempts to record and show you how you can get it done. And yeah, other than that, that event is a must. That event is a must. The reason the event is a must is, and I'm going to actually finish the 25. You don't really need to finish the 25. You can go all the way to 20. You get 1, 2, and a half legendary commander sculptures out of the event, essentially 500 more gems, and you get a third one. That is a great deal. That is a great deal. That's something you want to be doing. So make sure when the event pops, when the time comes, which is for most kingdoms, I believe tomorrow. On the big account, we haven't gotten this done yet, and I'll give you a few tips and tricks on that quickie video as to how you can get it done. Spoiler alert: you want to find yourself a great river, and you want to find yourself a great... Can I? What happens if I do that? I don't think I can do that, right? Would that cancel the rally? That'd be kind of insane. You got to find a nice river to go sit next to, and you want to have all the buffs humanly possible, because I mean, it's the dumbest thing on earth. It is literally one of the dumbest things on earth. You can get insanely unlucky. You can get insanely unlucky by how the whatchamacallit, the barbarians spawn, and if you snooze, you lose. Still playing Among Us with others. I'm cool. Are you guys doing it on the Discord, or you guys went to Jedi's? I see you all went to Jedi's. That's the one thing I don't get. Like, you guys have the channel. You have everything you need on my server to keep playing. I don't know why they keep pushing for another server. I'm not a big fan of it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am not gonna lie to you. You guys could just as easily be playing on the server. What's the point of the Gecko Gaming server if you guys don't want to use it? There's more people on the other server. We'll bring them aboard. But it's okay. I can't do anything about that. I'm not gonna be rude to them. Yeah. Oh, we need some music. That's what we need. Music. C9N win over OV. See, that's the thing, right? I am not so sure. I'm actually not so sure, to the point where I'm like, wait, what did Bart do? Oh, we're out finally. To the point where I'm like, maybe? I could have honestly said, Gray Squirrel Games, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. I could have honestly said a little bit ago, like, no way. But looking at OV recovered in their last match very well. I don't know, man. C9N, I know that C9N lost to OV in the past, if I'm not mistaken. In one of these past seasons in the playoffs, or even two of them in the past. But I don't know, man. There is a good shot. Good evening, everybody. What's up, Halid? Bigglesworth, welcome to the member squad. I appreciate you becoming a member. Let's get those, if you're a member out there, let's get those hearts up in the air for Big Ol' Squad. I mean, a bunch of people are playing Among Us / in here, so it's time to get those in the air. I appreciate you for joining the members squad. Hit me up on Discord. I'll let you know exactly how you join the members community on Discord. Hopefully by next stream, I keep saying that, but I never get to it. I want to get Stream Elements up and running so everything is set, but Stream Elements is here, it's just not set up. Same with the board, same with like a lot of things. I have so much ambition and so little time for doing things. It's really depressing. Add to that the second channel that we want to do, and I'm gonna take a couple days off of work this week and just get grinding, because if we don't get that grind going, it's gonna that just affects the channel. We're trying LD player right now. Initial impressions, I'm not impressed. Look at this. It lags really badly. I don't get smooth frame rate on it. I don't know why. It's on fairly high. Hopefully that doesn't pop on the screen. It's on fairly high settings, and it's not eating my computer up. Oh, something is destroying my computer. What is destroying my computer? Something's definitely eating up my computer. CPU at 100%, which it shouldn't be. I wonder why. I wonder what's eating up my computer. Last thing we need is that. What do we close theoretically? I know what it is. Okay. Well, that sucks. That's why we keep getting stuck like that. Yeah, and we're coming back. Another 4 done. 94 watching, 17 likes. Smash the like, fam, it says Ankit. Have you heard anything about when Heroic Anthem starts for the rest of the first batches? Some saying that it'll going to be a month so that they can combine the brackets of 279. Maybe, Mohammed. I have no idea. I don't know what they're going to do with the 279 bracket, honestly, because that one is like in the middle of nowhere. And everybody's going to get screwed in the process. Someone's going to get screwed. The question is who? Is it going to be their group or the rest of the group? So we're going to have to wait for them. But you cannot take the 279 group, get them out of KVK, and instantly get a next one going. When are they going to heal? When are they going to recuperate? When are they going to get migrations in and out, right? So I don't know what they're going to do, but someone is about to have a hard time. Lost Kingdom 70 fight? Let's go take a look at that too. Lost Kingdom 70. I thought Lost Kingdom 70 fights are starting next week. I was sent a message that it's next week that Lost Kingdom 70 is gonna duke it out. Oh man. Oh man. I wonder what's eating up. Alright, listen, chat. We gotta fix this real quick, because I will not be happy with a stream like this. Did Bart launch a rally? No, he did not. Okay, Bart, whenever you're ready, homie, I'm here. I'm gonna rally this in the meantime. I'm gonna rally that in the meantime, and there's a bunch more nearby. Meh. Alright, chat, let me fix this real quick. I know you guys aren't seeing a single thing. I'm gonna change the settings. I dropped the usage of LD player a little bit. It should hopefully free up some. Oh no, there's just no way. That's just no way. Hold on. We're gonna close you, and we're gonna close you guys. Chat, apologies. We gotta close you for a moment. There is no way on earth. Yeah, that's what I thought. Freaking Chrome, man. Chrome is a CPU eater. Chrome just destroys CPUs like no one's business. Guys, redeem code trick or treat. I haven't even used the redeem code. You are not wrong. There's a new redeem code. Sorry, chat. Here we go. Freaking Chrome. It's just eating our internet alive. Our CPU alive. But now it's a little bit better. All right. That's what we wanted. Yep. Okay. Okay, there we go. Chat, apologies. I'm amused at the fact that an 8-core... okay, that makes a little more sense. Well, I guess next year, as soon as the next tax year comes in, we buy a new computer. Did you do the bets yet? No, I did not. I did not. Oh, it's running much smoother now. A little laggy still. It is a little laggy. Okay, now that's a little bit better. It likes to zoom out like crazy though, so that's good to know. Did someone hear something about Baba? I'm asking the same. I am asking the same. I've been trying to reach out to Baba, and I have not heard from him yet. For those of you who don't know, there was a massive earthquake in Turkey. There was a massive earthquake in Turkey yesterday, I believe it was, and I have no idea where Baba is. So I've been trying to reach out to him. I have not heard back from him. He's been in the game, from my understanding, because I've seen his name in the team. Why not using Firefox then? Firefox is even worse. It's even worse, but it's fixed. It's fixed. It feels much better. It's just you gotta restart Chrome every now and then. You gotta just completely turn off Chrome and return it on, because it has like garbage processes in the background that are really frustrating. I have 7.1. I hope he's doing well. Oh yeah, it was no joke, chat. I've been in a 7.1 before when I lived in Peru like 20 years ago, something like that. And let me tell you something, you have no clue what fear is until all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the ground, it feels like you're inside a carton of milk that you're shaking to make sure it doesn't have like stuff in the bottom. It's just the ground just starts moving, and it's like there's nothing you can do, right? The one thing is that when you have your feet on the ground, that's a feeling of so much safety. And when the ground shakes, it literally feels like there's nothing to stand on. It is the scariest. I tell you this, a tornado you can come seeing ahead of time, a fire you get to see coming in ahead of time, lightning strike is kind of nuts, but it's fairly rare. A tsunami, more often than not, you get to hear about it and know about it ahead of time. Tsunami warnings and things like that are a big thing. There was tsunami warnings all over Greece from that same earthquake. But listen, earthquakes, the Earthquake Institute gets a notice that there's trembles, but there's no way to tell you, hey, earthquake in 2 minutes. When it starts, they know, but other than that, there's nothing that can be said. And so earthquakes are the scariest natural disasters you can think of, and it's just because you can never know. There's no way to know. The floor shakes. It's madness. It really is. So I need to get in touch with Baba somehow. Need to get in touch with Bob. I'm messaging in JWM. I have the big account on the phone because we got the seasonal event to keep doing, right? Like we're chilling doing barb forts, right? Marauder forts right now, but there's an event going on. What is the free sculpture event? The free sculpture event is none other than Protect the Supplies. Later tonight, I'll make a video, a quick couple of minutes video to explain to you the best ways to get this event done in an efficient manner. You have 15 attempts. If you can get yourself all through level 20 stars, you can get 1, 2.5 legendary commander sculptures for free. 500 gems after that to get the third one. 500 gems for one is not a bad deal at all. I would honestly say that a free-to-play player can do this, and that, and then drop the 500 gems to complete that into another head. And so essentially you can end up with 4 legendary commander sculptures ahead. Hello Gecko, what happened? Nothing happened. There was an earthquake yesterday in Turkey. Kinda nuts. Kinda nuts. Kingdom 59, they're finally not the top kingdom in terms of power. Are they not? Who is? Panda? I'm curious who is. That only took 2 years. That only took 2 years. And a lot of migrations. Oh, man. 307, that doesn't surprise me much. That does not surprise me much. Things are gonna change soon, though. Things are gonna change soon. Again. It doesn't surprise me that 307 is the biggest kingdom. 307 practically has no competition when it comes to their group. 399 now is in there, so maybe. But other than that, they've had the free reins on just growing and wrecking stuff. 180 is 14.5 billion power now. Nice. Nice. That doesn't surprise me at all. That's good leadership right there. If Drago wasn't in 307, I would have gone there. I would have gone there if Drago wasn't in there. I was gonna go there a long time ago, and then I realized Drago's in there, and I was like, that's no place for me. There you go. Which match are we casting tomorrow? I will not be casting on this channel. Now that the playoffs are in, we're going to be casting on the main channel, Rise of Kingdoms channel. Oh, I don't know which matches are being casted. I'm not in charge of the deal at all. Yeah, 155 people, 14.5 billion power. And so, yeah. Dragothian, Junaid, Dragothian. There's Apostle passing by. Kingdom 307 is a Benigma, I don't know, man. The fact that they have yet to see a big kingdom is how they grew. It doesn't mean that they cannot put up against bigger kingdoms. It doesn't mean they cannot put up against bigger kingdoms. My thoughts on Herald? I am divided on Herald. I've yet to make up my mind whether Herald is a great investment or not. I might spin more wheels of Herald. What changes am I talking about? A lot of things are happening in this game behind the scenes. A lot of things. A lot of big things happening behind the scenes in this game. A lot of communities shifting, a lot of people going to younger kingdoms. Some of the younger kingdoms, like the young kingdoms, are gonna all of a sudden pop. Trust, are all of a sudden gonna pop. You're not gonna see it happening, an 800 kingdom making it to the top 10 kingdoms overnight kind of thing. It's 401 is about to get the squad there. I guess. I've been hearing about that a little bit too. I mean, that's been the rumor for months now. But 401 is in KVK, so you gotta wait and see. What's up, Boom Remix? Any new packs for the Halloween end game? Yes, sir. We're slowly and steadily making progress on it. Very interesting pack. We picked up the $5, $10, and $20 bundle. We'll pick up the 50 probably tomorrow, and pick up a couple of hundos on this account and on the jumper on the big account too. Seasonal events are so nice because you get boatloads of sculptures. Through recharge rewards, we'll get 30. Through the event, we'll get another 30, and then we should We should be able to expertise Alexander soon. Like, probably next week. We should be able to expertise Alexander. We'll get to 510. This is 310, and that is to 190, right? Something like that, 190. So this is 500 sculptures, both of these. And so we're missing 28 of here, so we're almost there. Are Marauder forts equal to level 5 to take on? That's a good question. I have no clue. I don't do forts, so I don't know to tell you. Penigma, that's the thing, right? A lot of people are migrating and doing things for today. And 307, from the beginning, were building for the day that comes that they need to face a huge opponent, for them to face a huge opponent with the most firepower possible. And I really like that mentality by Phantom. It's just like, you can easily do, for example, and I'm using an example, don't go crazy mad at me and all that stuff, okay? You can take the example of 331, where everybody just piled on there to try to take a big kingdom and all that good stuff, but as soon as the 993 thing happened, there was a major clash. It was crazy expensive for both kingdoms. They ended up uniting in the next KVK. The reasons of these things happening is because 93 was always ready to rock and roll. 331 got a group together and on the first clash, it was massive, right? But I think you would agree with me, Penigma, that 331 could not go again and again against kingdoms like 93 back to back kind of situation right now. And I'm not saying that you don't have the firepower, the people, or the spirit. I'm just saying things get expensive, things get complicated. It's hard to sell, quote unquote, to a lot of people that it is a good thing to keep pushing. Every now and then kingdoms want to have a small break to kind of recuperate, to re-strategize and all that stuff. So I'm not saying 331 is weak or 93 is weak, and none of that. But 93 are doing exactly that. 93 dropped off of Imperium to refuel and redo their thing. 307 from the get-go said, okay, well, we're going to take our time. We're going to build a massive kingdom. And when the time comes when someone massive is going to come knocking on our doors, we will be ready to not only take one, but take them again and again and again. 307 is capable of doing 2 or 3 KVKs against a massive kingdom, and they have a few extra cards on their side. That I honestly like what they did. I do. They didn't have a challenge too much. I agree with you. They didn't go against that many strong people, though. It was tough. Yeah, Claudio, you know it was tough. And could you, Claudio, as a member of 93, and I'm not putting you on the spot like you represent all of 93, you personally, if you had to go up against 331 again after you went up against them the first time, would you as a player be ready to again take that big beating? I don't think most players will answer yes. Most of the people went all in, and you guys did an amazing fight. But could you really go up against that again after all that? I don't know. I don't think it would be in people's plans. Am I going to cast Rise of Kingdoms tomorrow? Yes, I am. 7 Usama, yeah. We are. We're definitely going to be casting on the Rise of Kingdoms official channel tomorrow. Lord knows what's going on with that, but we are. Decimation Games, what's up? How's it going? Itchy, what, wait. Why did you remove his message? Hey, Dechi. Why did you remove Decimation Games message? 307 had everyone stay in Lost Kingdom after it ended, not log in. This recalculated the 307 power and took them out of Imperium. They migrated in a bunch of people, then people in Lost Kingdom logged in and went back to 307. See, that makes sense. Oh, it's your other account. Nice, Dechi. That's a little bit of a abuse. A little bit of an abuse. Good for them. Good for them for finding the loophole. I bet you, now that you said that, a bunch of kingdoms are going to do that and it's going to get patched out. But good for 307. I hate Marauders too. I can't stand it. I can't stand pre-KVK. I think pre-KVK is the worst, most complete waste of everything humanly powerful. Like you can see, I've not done these up until today. I cannot care less for these things. The 3% attack you get is absolutely not worth it. It's absolutely not worth it. You're much better off as a kingdom allowing your players to do barbarians in KVK instead of wasting boatloads of AP fighting for camps that don't give you anything really. Like, really? Really? So much wasted AP for this? Yeah. And yeah, it's a selfish thing. It's absolutely, you want to take care of your own account. But if my account is at its peak, then so is everybody else's. Then the kingdom is at its peak. These things are a complete waste. But 102 and 106, 1002, Kingdom 2 and Kingdom 6 decided to go all in against each other. 106 tried to take first, second, third. Governor was not about that life. Neither was Ende. Neither was, I would say, Chicken, although that's not a cool name for him because he's not a chicken, that's for sure. It kind of sucked. I'm not a big fan of pre-KVK, and it fell on top of. We've been making so many of these. I'll spend a couple of them for this. Trying to get in the spirit of K2, I guess. I'm not a big fan of this. I think it's such a waste of time and AP and everything along the way. But K2 find it important, and I'm not gonna go against the kingdom. If that's leadership's decision, then we do what we can. Cannot promise to be at 3 million points worth of Marauder camps, but I'll do what I can to be part of the kingdom. It's the same thing as like Mightiest Governor, right? Take a look at this. Mightiest Governor has a rule, okay? KE cap is 1 million, you get a warning. 1 million points, you get a warning. 5 million points, you take a rally, which is not very nice. Someone paid the price. The only people who were allowed to pass KE points were the folks who were supposed to end up top 3, because in the process of doing pre-KVK, Governor and Ende and all them just shot up the ladder. And I went from 10th to 17th because of that. Like a bunch of, like, look, he ended up in 11th, Ende is in 9th. And so I was top 10. I trained like 150,000 tier 5s. I was hoping to unlock Zenobia, just to unlock her really. And I got bumped down to 17 because of that. Now granted, if I wanted to be a douche, or not a douche, if I wanted to be within my quote-unquote rights, you can pass the 1 million points and make it all the way to 5 million points, but nothing above that. In theory, if you pass the 1 million, you'll get a warning, and if you pass the 5 million, you really don't want to do that. I could hit 3 million points real quick and shoot myself up to top 15. I could, but I'm not gonna use Zenobia in a meaningful manner this KVK. I literally just wanted to unlock her for the Rider of History so I can have Alex. So it stinks. I should have been able to, in theory, unlock her with what I got, but I'm not going to push the envelope. Even though I'm not gonna push the envelope. I'm not even gonna get the 1 million points. I'll take the 5 sculptures this time, and next time I'll just do what I need to do to end up in top 25 again and get it done then. I don't want, I just don't want to do it. I'm sure that some of these people will have better use of Zenobia than I will, and I'm sure that some of these people will use her. I won't. So it sucks that we fell, that it happened. I'm bummed about it a little bit. I'm not going to cry about it. I'm not going to quit KVK and quit K2 for it, or even complain about it, honestly. It is what it is. I'm okay with it. It's not a big deal. Well, next time we'll get top 25, train like 100k T5s, put ourselves in top 25, and that's that. Yeah, I'll unlock her next MG. I'm not too worried about it. I'm really not too worried about it. It just sucks, right? It's just like you think I did exactly what I needed to do, and just this stupid event somehow happened to come along the way, and that's that. I'm really not. I didn't lose sleep over it. I didn't even care. there. It was a nice clickbait though, that we failed at Mightiest Governor, which we did on the account in the jumper status video. These folks have been doing so many Marauder camps that we've been getting boatloads of AP out of it, like boatloads of AP. See, another 200 AP. So we'll use up the AP here. Is this the big or the jumper? This is the jumper. The big has Zenobia. The big unlocked Zenobia with 20 sculptures. Speaking of the big account, thank you for reminding me. I need to finish hunting barbs real quick, and then go. And then go this way and that way. We gotta make sure we take care of this really quickly and then we move on. You're a new player. It's possible to join my alliance so you can help grow faster. It's literally impossible to find a good alliance. Boom Remix. I think this is not somewhere where you want to be as a new player. You want to be in a younger kingdom, and in those younger kingdoms, you want to start building up power early so you can get into a top alliance and then work your way. The best thing I can tell you about joining an alliance, a top alliance, is you got to network. You got to have friends. I saw your recommendation, Dechi. I saw what you wrote. The one thing you should know is that Lilith they won't even listen to us about developing something that'll make their casts on their channel better. And so what you're saying as like what you suggested would require work of them, and they're not even willing to put the extra work to make something for them. So you can't hear me with the song. It's not that loud. Knock it down a little bit. I knocked it down a little bit. So it's like they won't even develop something for themselves. So for us, is pre-KVK length normal? Yep, same exact pre-KVK. The only difference in pre-KVK is that you get crystals out of it. 1.2 million crystals for first place, 1 million for second place. We don't know what the heck these crystals are meant for yet. We will find out, and then once we find out, we'll let you know whether doing pre-KVK is actually worth it or not. The only reason pre-KVK might be worth it is for that. How can we build power easy and fast? You want early on in the game to do everything within your humanly power to get to tier 3s. Once you get to tier 3s, you start blowing up tier 3s. Don't worry about tier 1s, tier 2s. In the beginning, you want to get to tier 2s, make a little bit of them so you don't get bullied early on in the game. But you really want to make your way up to tier 3s and start training the bigger mass in tier 3s. And then, of course, upgrade them to tier 4s when the time comes by. The only way I can tell you, honestly, the only real way I can tell you to gain power is spend money. Spend money, you get researches done, you grow quicker. Other than that, it's not easy at all. Usually, what I would say is you would like to potentially maybe join a jumper crew. There's a group of people who organize and build new kingdoms together. And if you join my Discord, link in the description down below, we have a jumpers ad where you can find yourself a group of people who are making a new kingdom together. And when you make and then that way you can try to place yourself at a, like, they tend to look, for example, for leadership positions potentially. And so T3 was just the first few days for you, Dechi, because you spent money. If you don't spend money, tier 3s don't come in the first few days. What's the key to victory for 1AVG beating HKL? Honestly, I have no clue. I think that the only thing that I would say HKL will outplay 1AVG 100% of the time, no matter what. First and foremost, there's a slight commander's differential. HKL probably have Zenobias available by now, which 1AVG I don't think they do. Correct me if I'm mistaken. I don't think 1AVG 307 got Zenobia yet. And Zenobia is key because Zenobia just hard counters the crap out of Attila Takeda. She hard counters the hell out of Attila Takeda. So if there are Zenobias for HKL, that's really, 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 really bad news for the friends in 1AVG. On the other hand, the other thing that's tough is that HKL is very seasoned. The thing that really kills teams, believe it or not, the thing that really kills teams, and there is Penigma in here, I think he's still here. There's Send in here who can vouch for it. And there's a few other folks that I believe could vouch for it from Osiris League teams. The thing that really kills a team is communication. Especially communication when things start going bad. When things start going bad, being able to take a breath and communicate properly and not talk over each other and not think that what I'm seeing on the screen right now is the most important thing on the screen right now on the field, that only comes with time. And there is no way any team, and I don't care if you have the top dogs in the world or the biggest spenders or the biggest analysts or whatever the heck you want to call yourself, until you're on the field and you felt that pressure of, I'm seeing this on the screen, and so I'm going to call it out because nothing's working out. But what I'm calling out, in my opinion, is the most important thing. But there are 30 other people calling 30 other things. When comms start going nuts, game over. And like it or not, and this is a loaded statement, and a loaded statement that a lot of people are going to get mad at, but it is what it is, right? Western culture has a tendency of having a little bit more of a personal, it's not ego, but a personal will to be a hero. Western cultures have a tendency of wanting to be the hero rather than be part of the team, and when that happens, it causes a lot of issues. That's one of the things about playing in JWM2 that was really nice. It was that even when things went crazy, some of the Chinese players would go a little crazy, but when they did, there was someone else that would tell them, hey, chill, and that person would realize that it's not that you're being told that you're bad, but it's what you're doing right now is harming the team, and therefore understand that this is not about you, this is about the team right now. And I can promise to you, knowing the people and knowing the fact that that there are folks in there that I know how they play and what they play, I can tell you that if HCL get ahead, it's gonna be too hard. It's gonna be really, really hard for 1AVG to stay composed. You know, to definitely stay composed. Now, I'm not telling you that, you know, the Eastern play, the Chinese players, the Asian players stay all calm, right? We've had people like get super mad at that last match. We've had people get super mad. We've had Dazai at the time, who was the team captain, the go-to guy, just rage at someone mid-match, right? And of course he knew that was not good, but it happened, right? It is what it is. The problem is, can you understand that what you're doing is harming the team more than helping? Can you stop that feeling of wanting to be the hero and play as a team? And the teams that do that better are the ones who win at the end of the day. There is absolutely not. I have yet to see a team that has made it back from a tough situation, with the exception maybe of OV. Asia plays to win, rest play for fun. That's not necessarily true. That's not necessarily true. A lot of people find winning fun. I don't find that a bad thing. I can tell you that 1AVG's worked really hard to get to where they are right now. They're playing to win, they're not playing for fun. I can tell you that for a fact. They're coming in to make a statement. And so I wouldn't necessarily say Asian players play to win, but I can definitely tell you that groups play as teams better than in the Asian teams play better as a team than they play as than Western cultures do as a team. Just because they don't have that urgency of being the hero but they do have that urgency. And I keep saying this, and people will take it negatively, right? I'm not saying this is a bad thing. I'm not saying it as a bad thing. But I'll tell you this. If there's one thing that I've learned out of playing with Chinese players, for example, with Vietnamese players, with Korean players, it's that joke, that internet joke, right? You can call it a joke all you want, but it is absolutely key to success. China number one. China always number one. What that means is that a Chinese player will not go against a Chinese player unless they have to. And in here, Western people kill each other left and right. It's crazy. It actually is. And that's the kind of spirit that it's not because, it's not nationalism, is being part of a team. And that team is players from China, players from Vietnam. The Vietnamese players are ruthless, but they're not going to turn on each other unless they have to. The Korean players are ruthless, but they're not going to turn on each other unless they have to. And you can say that it's because of nationalism, but nationalism is a form of having a unified team playing for something. I hope and pray more. I can tell you that in Lords Mobile, it was super clear. It was super, super, super clear. There was absolutely no one Western alliance that could get away, that could leave, that could do anything in the game. Why? Because while the Westerners were playing who has the bigger cojones, whose chest beating is bigger, the Chinese players would band together and destroy everybody. They even kill each other for breaking rules here. See? That's what I'm saying. Nationalism is a weak term. Yeah, it's a weird concept, right? I agree, Flash. Should I leave after KVK 1 is over and join KVK 2 right away or not? Kakashi, do you have the money to do that? If you do, you could. You're gonna miss on 1 or 2 wheels, so that might not be a good idea, or 1 or 2 mightiest governors. I'm not a fan of leaving before of moving forward in time. If you're gonna go backwards, which means to a younger kingdom, cool. But going to an older kingdom, you might lose a lot out of it. It's just a culture. True. Someone asked if it's worth to spend. Who asked this? Well, Roosevelt, not everybody is a $0 spender. Crystals are for new researchers. We have no clue really how much ahead you're gonna get from those. Someone asked me, is it worth migrating to a younger kingdom, a weaker kingdom over for mightiest governor, a particular wheel? Junaid, sure, if you... the only reason I don't like that is because you get stuck in a kingdom that you won't necessarily have fun in, or you won't necessarily be in a group that you know and enjoy to be part of. But it is something that people do. One of our members, D, was in a dead kingdom, and she got lucky enough that she had the ability to do arms training, I think is the name of the event, and she got first place. And she got legendary blueprint materials out the wazoo because of that. She pretty much got a legendary helmet for free out of it. That's sick, right? But at the same time, ask her if she has friends there and she enjoys going every single day online to play. Is it worth it? It definitely is worth it if you're gonna go do it, but at the expense of what? Usually it's at the expense of fun. If you can make it fun too, good for you. That's how it should be. Someone asked if if it's worth it to buy the bundles. Who asked that? Let me scroll up. I read it, but I never replied, and it's not cool. Can you see the new map being in K2? Shibi, yeah, everybody could see it. There was a trick to get it, to see it. Is it worth spending 30k gems on 30 sculptures? Russian name? I think so. I definitely think so. Return Scroll Season 7 after the update. There's an update coming up. A patches up, like a patching update, they call it, or whatever the heck not. And Return Scroll Season 7 will be out in there too. Is it the stage is worth allies and teleport? Let's see. Free sculptures where? Right here. You go in here. No. You go in here. You scroll down to this. You finish it at hard mode, which is 20 total stars. And when you finish it in hard mode, you first gotta finish it in this mode, and then you go up and up a couple more. And when you get it done, 20 these gets you 1, 2.5 for free. Spend another 500 gems, which is worth it in my opinion for a sculpture, and you have 3 free sculptures plus the daily logins. So you can, in theory, with 500 gems, get 4 sculptures out of this event. Not too bad. What should I do if I want to recruit people in my kingdom? We need fighters. Gaming, there is recruitment is like it's in a game is the same concept as recruiting for a job. It's the same concept as recruiting for anything. Network. You gotta 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 talk to other alliances, talk to other kingdoms, talk to other people in chats just like this one, in our discords. You gotta network. You gotta get to know people, and you gotta get them to essentially. Nobody's just gonna come to your kingdom from an ad. It's very rare that you get an ad. Someone come in from an ad. It's very, very, very rare. More often than not, people want to go somewhere that they know there is people they know that leadership does things certain ways and things like that. And so you do want to make sure. I should be gathering while doing all this. You do want to make sure you network with other kingdoms, with other alliances when you're doing KVK. You stay in touch with leaders of other kingdoms. Maybe one of those second alliances of a kingdom that was your ally can't stand first alliance, and you can get them to leave that kingdom to come to yours. It's just like everything else. You have to be able to network, and it's a lot of time. It's who you know, and it's how much you invest into it, right? You gotta invest the time and effort into it. It's not just post an ad on Facebook and people just come in. It doesn't work. How does recharge work? Do you spend daily, or can you spend all the rewards? Recharge is every single day. So every single day you will be able to spend up to, well, you should spend 2,500 gems, and every single day one more of these will open up. You essentially have to wait every day to spend the 15 bucks. What sucks about it is if you buy a $20 bundle, for example, or a $50 bundle, in that case, it'll only count as one thingy. Cancel due to no response. No, Bart. Don't leave us, Bart. One more because I used the AP. One more because I used the AP bottles. And then you're free, Bart. And then you're free. Jason, I don't necessarily. I watched Flash's video. His math took me a little bit to get. You don't necessarily have to get the sculptures out of gems. Theoretically, like, I'm about to go buy a $50 bundle in a few days on server reset, and that's 12 sculptures. Again, if you try to keep it efficient, one of the things that I pointed out in the video that you should keep an eye on is migration. Because in about 2 hours, Migration Pack, the new world bundle, is going to open up, and you can get the $5 and $10 bundle on one day, and then the $20 bundle on the next day, and you pretty much manage to do some recharge rewards with migration, with like passport pages, which are very, very, very expensive to get through. So I kind of like the fact that it worked out that way. That way you have pretty much an extra bonus from getting these. You can do a lot of things. I need to renew I've renewed my materials a few days ago. I need to renew this. I don't know. I've seen people who have done 5 days. I've literally seen people who tried to be efficient, quote unquote, and for 5 days did this and something else. In this case, this and that, this and that, this and that. 5 months worth of supply gems is not something that I would honestly do. I would not go anywhere. I never go beyond the 1 month, maybe the 2 months. And I play this game with like a future, right? I'm not gonna quit within the next month. But realistically, if you're gonna spend 50 bucks on 5 months worth of these things, and 2 months in you quit, you've quite literally threw 30 bucks out the window. And one more thing, you're spending money on future dividends. This is like, what you're doing here is you're spending money today, so for the next 30 days you'll get extra good stuff. What happens with KVK in the middle of all of this, right? Like, maybe if you had bought the super bundle, if you had bought the migration, the new world bundles, you could have migrated earlier. Maybe if you would have bought the Call of the Ancient, if that was the case, you could have gotten more heals during your KVK. So I don't see a reason to buy like 5 months worth of that pack, honestly. In previous patch, Lilith said something about, what do you think about Marauders points look like now? What did the Marauders point look like now? Victor, it's all a matter of how many forts die, not a matter of how many people are in the fort. So that's why we're doing them in pairs, because 2 people can do 2 forts, essentially, 24/7. And it's a matter of getting points per fort killed rather than per march in the forts. What the bots used to do is they used to send 5,000 troops, and one rally would have like 50 bots in it, and it would count like 50 forts, and that would have been nuts. I didn't say you're throwing money away, Amir. I'm saying that you're putting the money in something that you're not going to get anything out of. Growth fund counts for this recharge rewards? It does. You need to get something else though. Recharge rewards is 2,500 gems, and growth fund is, oh, growth fund. I don't know. I don't know if growth fund counts. It's a good question. I don't think it does. And you're not throwing money out of the window, Amir. Like it or not, it's, if I ask you, have you ever gone to the movies before, Amir? Have you gone to the movies before? To the cinema? With like your girlfriend, maybe with your kids, maybe with some homies. Yeah, but if you see yourself playing Rise of Kingdoms in 5 months, 100% guaranteed, then go wild. I don't see myself playing Rise of Kingdoms 100% guaranteed 5 months from now. I don't. And I'm a sponsored content creator. And so, you never know what tomorrow will bring. A month, 2 months is a good window of time. You don't even know what's going to happen in 5 months. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. That's an obvious statement, but I can pretty much almost guarantee I'll be here in 2 months, and I can not guarantee it with the same confidence that I'll be here in 5 months. I never thought I'd last this long, but hell, we've been lasting. We've been playing this game for, I'll tell you exactly how long. Because holy Lord, we've been playing this game for a very long time. I'll tell you exactly how long I've been playing. 763 days. Good Lord. Your opinion on strong teams on Osiris? You want my honest answer, Sandesh? My answer is I have no idea what goes on in the realm of Anubis. We've been trying to tell Lilith for a very long time now that they're just completely disrespecting the younger kingdoms that are putting in the work in the realm of Anubis by making it at the same time as the realm of Horus, and it's just completely stupid. But they won't listen. They won't listen. So I have no clue what goes on in the realm of Anubis. I'm absolutely unaware of what on earth goes on there. But let's do the bets, chat. Anarchist, you'll have it tomorrow. Look at your calendar. K2 is 2 days ahead. Ooh, we have Ceroli Assault on server reset. Sweet! And it's infantry equipment too, which is really nice. We're gonna get like a chunk of infantry equipment. Plus these, which is nice. Usually you get stacked up on this, and I think like 6 or 7 of those at the end of Ceroli Assault. Very, 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 very nice. How long did you play Clash Castle for Gecko? I never played Castle Clash. I might have played, if Castle Clash is the IGG version of Clash of what is it called? The Supercell game. Clash of Clans. I never played Clash. I never played Clash. Castle Clash is like IGG's ripoff of that game, and I played it for like a couple of hours, and I was like, nah, I'm good. Let's do bets though, because I got a bet. Sindesh. I mean, I wish I could cater to that crowd too, man. I really do. But Lilith just make it impossible for us. For the record, I've been going all in on HGL. Balls to the wall for all I care. Hope and pray I'm right. I don't necessarily think I'm right, but with that kind of a return, we will definitely be able to get ourselves 100 plus 675, so that's 175. 215, so we're a little bit away from one of these. If we get more coins, we'll just stick them in and hope and pray we can do this. And then after that, we go for those. Yeah. Bets. 411k versus Rose. 204,000 against the 15k of Rose. I'm not a big fan of what I'm seeing here. There's like a 12-to-1 return if 411k slip. There's a 12-to-1 return if 411k slip by any miracle. In theory, 239 could have commanders that 411 doesn't. I'm not so sure if they're in the same group or not. I'm pretty sure 239 are in the first group and 411 are not. We can check that. We can check that. We can give it a quick check. Chat. Let me make a quick account in 239. See what their... Let's see what their mightiest governor is. Because if there's Zenobia on Rose's department and no Zenobia's on 411k, yeah. Yeah, that's an important one to know. 102 is not a server test. 102, all the first continent is usually like 2 days ahead of everybody else. 2 days ahead of everybody else, usually on most things. Do I have any solution on how to buy bundles? Last time I saw them, they had Zenobia and Herald. Okay, well that can cause a problem. If Rose can bring in Zenobia, and 411k cannot, I wouldn't bet on the new commander, is my honest opinion. I'm looking as to where an advantage could be for Rose, right? At this point, we're not... I'm looking at where Rose would have an advantage. Would I say that that advantage will play a big play in Rose's game? No. No, but I'm looking as to what kind of advantage they could have. They have an advantage when it comes to... commanders. That's about it. They've been healing like nuts. They've been healing like crazy. I don't know how much more they can heal. I don't know. I'm kind of tempted. NAD uncovering Realm of Anubis. No idea, Dechi. I honestly don't know how to do it. And they have a slight chance to win. I tend to agree too, you know. I'm willing to lose a little bit of coins here on the hunch. It would be nuts if 411k didn't get knocked out, considering they are the winners of the Realm of Anubis last season. They're the champions of the Realm of Anubis last season. They're not decorated anywhere. Maybe in the Realm of Anubis they are, which kind of sucks because they didn't get their own building for a little bit. I went Rose very slight just in case. I mean, that's a 2,000 return. You also do bets on sports? No, Anarchist. I stay away from betting. I stay away from gambling. Last time I gambled, it ended up really badly. Really, really, really badly. I got fished, which was not fun. There is a almost 2-to-1 return on C9N. I hate you, Send. Just so you know that. I already hate you in advance. Just so you know. I already hate you in advance. What else we got going on? We're gonna go match by match, but I want to see before I start doing crazy things. This is not a bad return, you know. That's not a bad return considering the match. It's not like this. It is not like that. This is a 25-to-1 return. So if you put 100 coins in here, put 100 coins in here and something happens, 25-to-1. I can't go against my peeps though. Alright, so we bet this. I kind of don't like having that left over. We're going to dump it somewhere on what I would assume is kind of a safe bet. I think a safe bet would be BBTH, but again, we're going to put a ton of our marbles for, like, what, a 10-to-1 return. So if we put 7,000, we might get 700 coins out of it. But keeping the 7,000 coins does us no good. It does us absolutely no good. Alright, UCS against Rays. I think UCS are going to take this match. UCS are a very, 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 very strong team. They're doing nasty work, and so I honestly see this being a justified thing. 374 were SFS. They're going up against LIIG, who lost to C9N by a margin. They destroyed everything in their path, including killing OV off, which probably caught OV off guard. LIIG had a good presence against 49F and Titans, but C9N is a different animal altogether. And SFS taking out OV scares me because it says that there's something about SFS. It says there's something about SFS, but these two teams are so close that at almost 3-1 more. 4-to-1 return on LIIG, the dream team. I'm kind of tempted. What do you think, chat? Garab, that's a very big statement, you know. That is a very big statement. No, Kakashi, I'm not going to do it because on this account, I have only 4 attempts remaining. And I want to record like a quick video for you guys on how to get it done. And for that, I need to use those attempts to show you things that are important to know about the event. So I'm going to essentially sacrifice the 25 stars, 100% potential on getting you guys the best content, the best tips and tricks and all that. So... do you think it's better to buy gold sculptures than to bet with what's left? I really don't know about the realm of Anubis. I don't know, man. I'm not sure. Anarchist. SFS are beasts. I agree. I agree. I agree. YOLO. YOLO. 108 against 341. There's a pickle here, chat. There's a big boy pickle. I don't know. I know 1008 got the spot that they wanted to play in, but I have not seen all season long anyone play at 7 p.m. Which tells me, I hope 341 will have their people, but there's a very good likelihood. I mean, 19 UTC. What's his, wait. DS is in the Philippines, I think, right? He's from the Philippines? He's there right now. He's 6 hours ahead of me. If he's 6 hours ahead of me, that means he's 4 hours ahead of UTC, which means he's going to be playing at 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 p.m. his time. And that's him alone. Lord knows that there's someone in China somewhere in, oh, they're all in the same time zone, I guess. GMT +8. Maybe the people that are in here in these teams are not able to play these out. I don't know. I don't know. But I can tell you this. I'm not touching this. Even if I were kind of tempted to put a little bit of coins in here, even like 100 coins will get you 2,500 plus. So I don't know, why wouldn't you go 100 coins on this for the S's and G's? That's not too bad if you're single, if you have a family, if you have kids, if you have a wife. How do you, that you usually play during the morning time, the afternoon time, the work time. And now you're trying to tell your wife why you're not putting the kids to bed, or why you're not making dinner, or all that stuff. That's not bad for you and me, homie. Someone married is gonna sleep on their couch that night, you know what I'm saying? Someone with a family sleeps on the couch that night for playing the game instead of taking care of the fam. I don't know about all that. I watched Drago's. Yeah, Drago has a little bit more of a notion of what goes on in Realm of Anubis. He is part of it, and I guess soon enough he's only gonna be part of it, which is weird, but okay. I don't know why Drago did what he did. I went to 916 and built like such a young kingdom. I honestly don't know what he was thinking when he did that. Teach their own, right? I support the man, whatever he decides to do. But I don't know what he was thinking. Even if it is to cover the Realm of Anubis and give more exposure to the younger kingdom, putting all your eggs into one basket seems like a dangerous move. Did he? Well, we're gonna get hey now, what? Betchy. Not saying it's a. He's still on 307 too. True. True. That is not false. So if we do this at 5 to 2, that means for every 5 we get 2. So we're looking at 2,100. 1,100 points returned in here. Look at you guys protecting Drago like I said something bad about him. Jeez. Jeez. Can you do a how-to series and explain all the events, tips, tricks, and all that, like Soroli, explain each boss, position, format used, etc. Pause the video, use paint, show the movement. That's not a bad idea, Georgini. That's not a bad idea at all. It is not a bad idea at all. Yeah, I know, Dechi. That doesn't... That's not necessarily a good or a bad thing. New trend? Sure. Sure. Unless you want to cover the latest and greatest Rise of Kingdoms. Like, what are you going to do when you're in Kingdom 800 and you got to wait 6 months until you get a commander? It's one... Oh, I almost clicked yes. It's one of the reasons I've not wanted to jump too much backwards, and it's one of the reasons why I tried to keep... I tried to keep one account at least in the initial kingdoms so we can see the latest and greatest. Kakashi, up to you. I cannot tell you what you feel about your kingdom. If people are not playing smart but they're good people, you can educate them. If you don't care for the people, you just want savvier players, you can leave. I honestly, I don't answer those questions because those are very, very personal. What drives you to be in a kingdom? What drives you to be, what are you looking for? Majority of the players are in the new kingdoms. They are Deathstroke, not 900s. She told me you go to the 600s, 700s area, I would totally agree with you because you're in the middle of kind of like the new wave, the 500s, 600s, and the 800s, 900s, and you're kind of somewhere along that middle. 900 is like extremely towards, you know? I mean, anyone can take it as they want. I'm saying it as blunt as it can be. I don't think that was a good idea. But then again, it might be now something that's a bad idea and later on pay in dividends. You never know. It's why I kind of want to take this jumper to like hop around towards the newer era kingdoms, but not like settle in one of them for too long term. I would love to settle in a kingdom for 2 KVKs, something like that, maybe 3 KVKs. If the kingdom is like built and nice and where I'm enjoying my time with the people. But that's why the jumper is gonna stay called the jumper, because the point of it is to continually move forward with time, but you gotta keep your eye on the wave, right? You don't wanna go too far forward and you also don't wanna go too far backwards, right? Screw it. Sorry, squad. Don't get mad at me. Sorry, squad. We did it. We did it, chat. Let's go do it on the big account, too. 19XX is a snooze fest. But that's what I'm talking about, Victor. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I think that anyone below the 500s is not, the majority of the game is at the 600s and above. The majority of the new blood, in my opinion, is way out in the 600s plus. But 900 felt like a way too far. I think that what Drago did though is kind of the same concept of what Phantom did. Phantom at the time had the same idea of going to 307 and slowly take time to build it so that when time comes, the kingdom that is supreme is 307. I don't think that's bad, right? It just took time. It just took time. We go take a look at how long 307's been in the scene. Last KVK was the first time you actually like. I've been in 307 and I've known 307 from almost its inception. Like a couple of months maybe after I kind of noticed who's there and what's there, and it's just now that really they're getting on a lot of people's radar and they made what they did. And Phantom always said this is a long-term investment and it pays off long-term. But what I'm more curious about is like, how long do you want to stay? How long will it take for the 900 investment to pay itself? And don't get me wrong, it will pay itself. It's just, as I said, putting all your eggs in one basket seems a little bit rough. And now, yes, he's staying in 307. I know he's staying in 307, keeping a couple of big accounts in 307, but his focus is in the 900s. That's not necessarily a bad thing. I don't think that's a bad thing. I personally don't think, I wouldn't do it, but he has a different vision, and so I'm all for it, and I watch it, and I enjoy watching his content too. So everybody has their own vision on how they do things and see things, and maybe his vision will come true eventually. My Garav, welcome to the member squad once more. You're actually blue. You've been here for some time. You've come and gone, but hey, welcome back. You're renewing your membership straight up to the blues. That's new. We have yet to have a member who has come back after a while. I believe blue means that you've been a member for 6 months plus. So that's kind of nuts. Welcome back, homie. And I owe you a key on Wednesday's Liver Wars Wednesday video, a stream. So Garab, come back on Wednesday. We'll take care of that. If you're a member in the chat, make sure you spam those hearts for the man Garab coming back into the members. We're trying to get back into our peak membership, I believe, was like 65 65 members. We're at 60 now. You're number 60, Grub. We're slowly building our members group back. Huzzah. What else? Ooh, I was supposed to finish betting on the big account. LIG 1000. And by the way, for the record, I think pretty much I wouldn't say every, but I can tell you that if you ask both Chisco and Dragothian, I have always been there to like tell them, yo, here's something you can improve, here's something you can do better, here's something that you should know about YouTube. Because I've been, yes, Chisco's almost at 100K, which is actually nuts, but I've been doing this a little bit longer than all of them combined. It also takes a little bit of luck and also the skill and capability. There's a lot of things Chisco did early on which he wasn't aware of the fact that he was doing them so well, but he was, which is credit to him. But I've never been that guy who saw them as competition. I never do. It's like, Drago said it on stream once, right? One day he made a great video with a terrible thumbnail, and I was like, Drago, like, I called him on Discord, and I'm like, yo, listen, this is not gonna work. Like, this is not gonna work. Get your game, step your game up in terms of thumbnails. These are the things that you want to keep an eye on. And his thumbnails evolved and changed, and now they're much better. I never ever see them as competition. For me, they are colleagues. And so if I say something, especially when it comes to Drago and Chisco, and those are the only two names that I can say with confidence, because they're the only two I've never had any bad blood with in any shape or form whatsoever, or had any negative thought, or they've done anything to harm me in any shape or form. They're my coworkers for all I care, you know? And so it's not a competition. We need to bring each other up. So even if I say something that sounds like I'm talking down the guy, I'm really not. I'm really not. I can only hope and pray he does good, because if he does good, we all do good. And if he does good, then he has a family to take care of, right? Friends, Winnie the Pooh happy. I don't have a family to take care of. If I see Drago do good, I know that he has a whole family he's supporting. So, hey, all the power to him. All right, what else we got to do today, chat? We've been live for an hour and a half. He should be live too, isn't he? I think. Maybe. The Sippin' Saturday stream is sometime soon. Supposedly. Oh, Ronnie is live. Okay. Mr. Beast is live. Oh my goodness. How are you liking the LD player? It's okay. I've yet to see it like in tough situations. We can test it out. Let me send more. Are you gonna stream the 19 UTC match? I don't know if I will be the one streaming it. I think I'm gonna be streaming the first two matches. I will tell you this. I do not have the time to organize this time around the schedules and casts and set up the link, do all the setup that I did a few times ago. Someone joining me from afar? I think someone is. Nope. What a waste. Bert, no! You have wasted my AP, Bert. You have wasted my AP. So I don't know. I have no clue. Someone needs to step up and take care of that, or else there's just gonna be a mess. But I don't have time this time around to take care of all these things. Which is unfortunate. Unfortunato, but it is true. Damn it, Bart. Damn it, Bart. I don't think we clicked any of these today. How have we not finished all of it yet? How? Okay, these two and that, and then we need one more. Heal. Blood cleat. Damn! Damn, Daniel! How did we get all the way to here? Alright, well listen, first and foremost. Stupid. Best thing from Twitch is that YouTube should take over the emotes and GIFs. I miss Pepe, feels bad, man. I tend to, oh. Hello. Did he join me? Boomtastic. Oh, no, I need to launch one. I got you. I got you. I got you, fam. Where is it? I don't know if those are copyright right or not, honestly. Pepe hands, Pog. Pog is definitely. Drago has his goals. He's been tackling them head on. So far, he's done phenomenal, and we could continue to do better. I agree. Some are more ambitious than others, after all. Okay. Okay. I don't know if that was a jab or not, but okay. I don't think he's doing bad. I just don't understand. I don't understand a decision. It doesn't mean it's a bad decision. The fact that I don't like the decision doesn't make it a bad decision. Everybody sees things differently. It's not a bad thing. Thank you, Bader. I think that every creator has something unique about them. It's why I watch them all. That's why I watch them all. I wouldn't say I watch them all, but I watch a big majority. I'm subscribed to a big majority. Why did I go to K2? For Heroic Anthem. I wanted to do Heroic Anthem with them. Will I stay after? I don't know. There's no 100% plan. You never know what's gonna happen. Maybe with time in K2, I'll be super happy in here, and maybe it'll be time to take the big account somewhere else and keep this account in K2 as the newer stuff happening, and kind of have to work my way to catch up into this kingdom in terms of commanders. I don't know. I don't build things long term, because I think that what I would prefer is to build is to provide the content and the storylines over building a kingdom per se. I think that my ambition was always to see what the community does and the creativity of the community and how the community evolves, rather than be the spearhead of that, because at the end of the day, it also takes a stupid amount of time to be a leader, and I could not commit. I have my full-time job does not allow me to commit as much as I'd like to, at least to the game. I can barely keep up with things as is. So you're gonna tell me that I also need to run a kingdom, and all of a sudden, right in the middle of a meeting, two big whales started going at it, and if you don't log in the next 30 seconds, civil war is gonna break. What am I gonna do? I was like, hold on guys, I have a community I've built in Rise of Kingdoms. Everybody lives differently too. Everybody's in a different state in life. For better or worse, you know, one thing leads to another, right? When one door closes, another one opens up, and the question is whether you can see the door opening and step into it or not. And if you don't, then the next door will open up and you'll try again. Right now, I'm doing everything within my human power to showcase the community more than anything else. I think that there's a huge community of very creative people, including 307, who did the crazy thing that they did to get people to migrate into their kingdom, which is a really cool thing. And instead of like making videos of your achievements, of the KVKs you guys fight, is like, I feel like it's so much more for me, I prefer seeing the community. I am very, very much unfocused on myself personally. Like, I try not to be focused on my account and on my things. And that's also what you guys seem to enjoy. When we do Civil War videos, when you do KVK coverages, like, you get to show how the community plays the game. And it's cool because if you do that enough, you'll start seeing different communities and different people and different players play the game in a very different way. And while it seems unfathomable to a certain group of people to swarm an Untitled Chapter rally, it seems just unfathomable, and it's just the dumbest thing on earth, and it's the stupidest, most noobest thing to do. You have full communities winning KVKs, swarming the hell out of Untitled Chapter and taking deaths by the hundreds of thousands, but playing the game in a way nobody else had played before, which is actually nuts. From a Kingdoms leader perspective, it is great to be able to build a community within the game itself and mold it to what your community feels like it should be. However, it's also a huge personal sacrifice. I've done it in Lords Mobile. I've been there. I've done that. It was just not something I could afford this time around. I could not afford it. I straight up could not afford it in terms of the personal toll, in terms of the time, in terms of everything. It wasn't in the books at all. Not this time. And you know what? It takes knowing yourself to make that kind of decision. Because if you look, a huge part of content of the bigger content creators are leaders in their kingdom to some extent, and it works, it doesn't work. It's kind of like, oh well. A lot of folks are like, oh, well, Ronnie has crazy amounts of kills every KVK. He gets 50 million kills. He's like a true warrior. Sure, but at what cost? Go look at his KE fights the other day. He had hundreds of thousands of tier 5s going to the hospital. And he didn't care. He just heals and keeps going on. So either he spends a greatly stupendous amount of money and also has crazy amounts of healing, which is actually a thing, of gathering, which is actually a thing, or how does he afford it essentially? When one of your warlords in 307 calls a swarm on Discord, everyone just goes in, no matter if they're free to play whales or mid spenders. That's insane. The community is great. I agree. 307 is one of the nicest, one of the most fun communities in my opinion to be part of. Again, because it's the crew that Drago hangs with, and I don't encroach in other creators' kingdoms and even KVK so that they can do their own thing. It was something I was like, he got there first kind of thing. And he was also friends with these guys way before 307 was a thing. So it sucks, but 307 is definitely one of those for sure. It's one of those kingdoms that I would say that anyone who ends up in is fairly lucky to end up in there. There are a lot of things that also, if a few people who went there that are key people that nobody ever talked about. Have you guys noticed for example, in Kingdom 75, Overpower went to 307? Nobody ever talked about it. Overpower, one of the strongest garrison players in Rise of Kingdoms, is, if not the strongest, honestly, that I know at least, in terms of like knowledge, commanders, and pure track record. I think he got second place in MGE in 75 and then dipped, or something like that. Nobody talked about that. But yeah, he's in 307 now too. I know a few other big players that were supposed to end up there that I don't know if they did or not. No. It's kind of nuts. 307 is a really good kingdom. Overpower is insane. I agree. He was a great pickup for 307. Great pickup. Not only in terms of his power or abilities, just as a player. Capable player. Very capable player, actually. Capable is understatement. Capable is an understatement. Gaius is with us in 108. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Would I want to have the time to run a kingdom? Sure. Would I want to have the time to run accounts the way I want to run them and not have to scramble sometimes because I don't have time? Sure. Would I like to be able to be Fleisch that spends hours of editing on every single video? I would. I really would. I really, really, really would. I would love to have the ability to, I have the knowledge, I have the technical know how to. I can, when I watch Flash's videos, I know how he does the things he does. I've edited in the past and done special effects and done VFX and everything along the way. I have the technical capabilities, but I can tell you it's draining in terms of time. And when you have a full-time job and commitments, have I ever had a nightmare with Rise of Kingdoms? I don't think I've had a nightmare with Rise of Kingdoms, Anarchist, but I've had a nightmare because I did Rise of Kingdoms instead of doing something else. So I've had a nightmare once where I got essentially in a lot of trouble with something because I chose to play Rise of Kingdoms instead of doing something else. And when I went to sleep, I was thinking about that something else, and it came back as a nightmare. Anarchist. That has happened a couple of times. That has happened. Ooh! Winning. Nice. I want helmets though. I don't want chest pieces. I have every single chest piece I can think of, but I want helmets. Give me helmets, please. Actually, I'll take legendary chest pieces if anything. The epics are nice. But Lord, well, we're going to get a boatload of these from a Ceroli Assault, so I'm super pumped about that. We have this and we have that to open, all of these to open still. So when KVK arrives and we have a timeline on what things are going to happen when and where, we're going to step up the game in terms of the commander's equipment. I can tell you right now, when we expertise Alex, we're going to suit him up with some epics. We're then going to try to get a legendary or two on Attila, but by the looks of it, blueprints-wise, I'm screwed. I'm really screwed blueprints-wise, because, I mean, we're going to make 2 of these, but again, well, what's the best thing that can happen? I'm really screwed blueprints-wise on this account. Low-key. I mean, anything that I want to make, that would be very, 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 I mean, this is the only thing I can make that's super beneficial for infantry, for Alex, perhaps. But, like, I want, oh, none of that. Or is it? Which one is it? This one? No? This one? Which one is it? Not this one. One of these. Really? Archer and Archer? This? Yeah. So that would be really nice. But I'm like 822 away. I'd really love to make this, but I'm freaking 7 away. Lord have mercy on our soul. I've been dying to get these done already. What else can we make? Like Sacred Grips or infantry. That don't help us much. I mean, these are nice, but guess what? We are 30 away. No way to get this. I'd love to get these. Can you guess what? 9 out of 30. Like, we're so screwed in terms of blueprints. So screwed in terms of blueprints. It's crazy. You need some advice. What's up, Jaster? Do. What's up, Jasper? Before we end up calling it, we've been live for like almost 2 hours. Almost 2 hours. Not the longest stream we've ever made. But can I flex with a helm? You shush, D. I already spoke about you today. I already spoke about you and your flex. Given that Alex is already heavy DPS, would it be better to equip him with more health and defense gear for more? Not really. Not really. I still to this day will stick by what Boss used to say, the ex-leader of JWM, Kingdom 59. He always used to say this, and I have yet to find someone who can actually give me a proper answer, whether this is true or false. And no, I'm not talking about a battlefield video by Fleisch where he does 1, 2, or 10 tests. Nobody's been able to determine whether or not a specific stat for less percentages is better than more percentages. At the end of the day, if you can get more percentages, the better you are. It doesn't matter what it is. It's always more beneficial to have another 1.5% of defense over 10% health. 11% defense will always win. Yes, in the terms of Attila Takeda, Attila enjoys a lot more out of having more attack, sure, but he also lives stupendously longer as he has more health. So who am I pairing him with? YSG. Probably YSG for the beginning of times. It's going to be a YSG, Alex YSG, Richard Alex kind of thing. Alex YSG, Richard Alex type of situation. And then we're going to start working on Guan Yu, who we spun 184 times and got destroyed in the process, but we did. He can get a 5-2. I don't have a use for him at 5-2, so I haven't even bothered taking care of him yet. The plan will be Guan eventually. The next commander on the list would be Guan, and that's where what am I doing next is going to be a big question mark. Because if I stay in Kingdom 2, then obviously Legendary Commander Sculptures go on Guan. When we get Card King, I will probably still go for Guan. But realistically, if I'm leaving Kingdom 2 after this KVK, I don't know yet what the plan is. There is nothing is closed with anything, or I haven't even started thinking about it. Then the least I'll go to is a Guan wheel type of situation. That way I could spin him again 184 times 3, which would probably secure us a cheaper Guan. So Richard Alex, much better than Alex Richard. People tend to do Richard Alex first. I forgot. There was a reason for it. I forget what it is. There was a very, very obvious reason for it. Number one thing, of course, you have a defense compared to an attack guy. You're building. I don't know how he's even built here. He's built for Garrison. He's built for Garrison with full defense. Oh, this build was very, very old. Ooh, this build is very old. This build is very, very old. Don't pay attention to this. We don't use Richard on this account much. That build is... Let me make sure we do that. And now I have to set him up again. Don't do that, Mitch. Stay safe, please. I would rather you not get into an accident because I was saying something in Rise of Kingdoms. And I'm about to dip anyway, so it's a waste of your life. Don't do that. I forget why people keep doing Richard Alex over Alex Richard. I'll remember. There's a there's an actual reason. Frick. People do Richard Alex over Alex Richard, though. Basically, we're in a really bad kingdom, or basically they're forcing people to migrate out and only certain alliances are allowed to stay. We've also came last in the last few KVKs. Me and a few other alliances need to migrate out. I'm struggling to find a good kingdom. We have 2 weeks to get out. We are fairly low power, so we're looking for fairly new kingdom. It's almost like someone was just asking a little bit ago about how to recruit new players. Probably for Richard's defense tree. Well, yeah, the only difference is the trees. The defense tree would be better, right? In theory for infantry, you want to get the defense and health going up so that they tank longer, essentially. Guan Alex is a separate story. Those are marches that do damage. Richard Alex does a lot of damage, but it's more of a tanky march that does damage too. That's usually the only reason you pick a primary is for the difference in trees, right? So the difference is the defense tree versus the attack tree. That's all. versatility goes out the window, and so does Garrison at that point. I would say that people prefer to pick the defense tree over the attack tree, which is what everybody's been saying here, which is true. But you need a proper build for that too, because if you're going like for some weird reason full infantry bonkers all the way this way, then you don't have that much left in here to play with. Whew. But yeah, that's that. Listen, chat. We've been live for an hour and 50 minutes. We've been live for about an hour and 50 minutes. What do you think about migrating out of a young kingdom for Heroic Anthem? Grinding barbs to get the new city skins, then return to the home kingdom. Sounds like a decent or stupid plan. Not a bad, not a good plan. It has its cons and pros. If you're going to go grind for the skins, and then you go somewhere where the skins are not available, I'm not so sure you'll be able to use them. I don't know how skins work. If you migrate into a KVK2 or the KVK3 skin, what happens? Nobody's ever tried it. Hope and pray it works, right? Is it worth it? It depends, again, on how far you go back and what is home. Because in the 2 months that you leave your home, you're missing wheels and you're missing commanders, which when you go back home, you're going to miss those commanders out. So if you're someone who is a cavalry player and you're okay with missing infantry and archer players, you could do infantry and archer commanders, you could do that. You can fairly easily unlock the commanders anyway in Card King in the older kingdoms. So it is doable. Where's the free sculptures event? It's called, it has its cons and pros. Personally, if you tell me you go back to Heroic Anthem and then to a little bit of a younger kingdom, so you stay in the same time in Rise of Kingdoms from when you left for Heroic Anthem, that wouldn't be a terrible idea. But if you're going back home to what was your home before, unless you don't care for those commanders, that's going to be a little bit of a kick in the nuts. Right here, make sure tomorrow Protect the Supplies will come out. What you want to make sure in Protect the Supplies is you want to get to the hard mode. 20 stars will give you 1, 2.5 free heads, essentially. You're going to need more of these, though, so make sure you're gathering them. But you're going to get 2.5 free heads, 500 gems. That's 3 heads, plus the 1 freebie from logging in every day for 5 days. That's 4 legendary commander sculptures for 500 gems. Not a bad deal at all. 2 freebies right there, and then another half one just from completing this. It's not too terribly hard to complete it. For the record, all you got to do is complete it, right? Like, you don't have to end up 100%, right? As long as you can get it done and your things can survive. 2 sculptures. Easy peasy. No problem, noobs. Good luck, man. Appreciate you, Ken. Is Waishi better than Artemisia? Yes, Leonard. Absolutely. They changed the Protect the Supplies to start on Tuesday. Did they? Let's go see. Let's go see on the big account when it's supposed to be. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. They played us, chat. Look at this. They've changed it on the other kingdom, so instead of this being in here, it's in here. Which means you only have 1 day to do this. Does it matter? No, it doesn't matter. You can still redeem in a Hollow's Eve. Hollow's Eve continues. That's a good thing. Thank you for saying that. Do you still get 20 heads if you do it on the hardest mode? I believe you do. I don't know. I believe you do. But if they changed it to Tuesday, then we can do it on Wednesday on stream. On the big account. And I can show you how to get it done the easiest, quickest way. There's a very, very easy way to get it done. Spoiler alert, all you got to do is find a river. Or a lot of mountains. I got mine done. Like up here. I got lucky enough that the thing just went through here, through there, and it went like somewhere in here. Where's the damn thing that it ended up at? The village. Was it here? I think it was here. Did it go on this side instead? It went somewhere in here. Maybe it wasn't even this area, but it went into something like this, and then the things came from the front and from the back rather than from the sides. So I just left marshes on the front and on the back. The only problem are the damn green spawns, chat. The green spawns are a must kill first, or else you're screwed. But I'll explain that in a coming video, I guess. We'll record a few things tonight, so that way you guys are aware of what to do. And we'll do like a quicker video sometime, I guess Monday. We'll post it on Monday, a quicker video for you guys on how to beat this the easy way. Nice skin, man. Too bad I ended up in 12th place. Ugh, Ken. Ugh, that's so painful. Yeah, I'm actually super pumped about this skin. This skin is the only one that I've ever gotten that is like a proper 10% Power of Zenith type of skin and not grinding KVK. For the record, chat, all of this is going to go, this KVK, to let you all know how much you can get out of how much AP. We're going to do deep dive into our AP usage and what we get out of it and whether or not it's worth it and how many skins you can get or what kind of stuff you can get from splurging your AP inside KVK. But listen, I'm going to head out of here. I appreciate you all for tonight. We streamed a total of almost 6 hours. Streamed 4 hours of Among Us earlier today, and now 2 hours of Rise of Kingdoms. We will hopefully start doing some more Among Us and other things on a new channel very soon. The second channel is already made, but I haven't gotten to it yet. And once we do, we will do a bunch of other content on it, including some Pokemon stuff. I ordered 3 booster boxes of Vivid Voltage. If any of you know what that means, good for you. I picked up 3 booster boxes. Hope and pray they arrive here soon. I also picked up a Darkness Ablaze booster box, but I think I'm going to keep that one sealed. And we might open... We're probably going to open in a video or maybe on a stream one of the Vivid Voltage booster boxes just for the fun of it. I'm going to definitely keep one of each sealed for just like memorabilia. But look forward for that in the new channel as well. Some Pokemon TCG stuff, some gaming stuff. We might do Among Us. We'll do a little bit of Fall Guys, potentially Wild Rift, some League of Legends when it comes out. I'm dying to play that game. Lord have mercy when it comes out. But chat, thank you for all the love. Thank you for all the support. Happy Halloween to all you Americans. I hope you get a lot of candy and you do not get COVID. Please, for the love of God, stay safe out there. Go get dressed up and nicely and dandy, and make sure your kids have some sort of a fun experience out of this crazy Halloween that is this year. I appreciate you all once more. Have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.